Hey, what's up? I got some more lore content for you guys. I wanted to cover some really unique and interesting decks this week. These strategies have been popping up a lot in the past few days especially, and I've even encountered some of these decks in the wild firsthand in ranked. If you want to play something that's fresh and exciting while still being a meta contender, then I got you. Let's see what these wacky decks are, shall we? Welcome to Meta Report. And the first deck I have for you is something familiar, yet with a little bit of spice, and that is Tristana featuring Bilgewater and Gnar. With a win rate of 56.12% and a play rate of 2.18%, it is a very strong meta contender. Its best matchups include Teemo Kate, Ryze, Quinn Gwen, and Shyvana. The worst matchups are Lucian Evelynn, Varus Samira, Thralls, and also Kayn Aatrox. So this deck is very similar to the Tristana aggro Nasus variation that I keep covering and keep talking about, and the deck that I've been playing, because it is practically the same core. Now there are some really spicy cards in here that make the identity ever so slightly different, and that's what we're going to be highlighting and talking about today. So the main combo is to be using Prize Fight from Bilgewater. Prize Fight says an ally and an enemy strike each other. They can't drop below 1 health from the strike. So the main thing we're going to be trying to do with this is turn our super impact units into mega impact units. Now what do I mean by this? If you put an impact unit on the attack stack, let's say for example Bandle Gunners, who has impact 3, then you activate Prize Fight, because the unit is striking while on the attack stack, it will apply the impact during the Prize Fight resolution, and then it will strike again, applying its impact twice, essentially cheating extra impact damage. So this obviously gets out of control if you consider Tristana going up to like 5 or 6 impact, putting her on the attack stack, the opponent has to block, then you use Prize Fight, Tristana will strike something dealing 6, and then when she gets her attack off, she will deal 6 again. There's other Prize Fight synergy in the deck as well, like Gnar, one of the other champions that we have in here. That way we can generate Pokestick and also make it free, on the same strike, and that's really cool as well. We can also use Prize Fight to lower enemy HP to make Gnar have an overwhelm win con. So there's a lot of really cool and interesting things that we can actually do with this card. We're also running Group Shot and Pie Toss because oftentimes the opponents are going to have 1 HP after Prize Fight if we need to use it, defensively, or we can use it proactively as well and then just ping things off. Again, that gives us like the overwhelm lethal and stuff like that, so that's really neat. We only have 1 Timmy because the other champion is double Gnar. Like I mentioned, on strike he gets a Pokestick. If you already have one in hand and Gnar gets a strike off, like through Prize Fight or just the second strike in general, Pokestick becomes free, and that's really nice. Other than that, most of the core is the exact same. We do have Eye of Nagakaboros as a draw card because that is just premium and we are in Bilgewater, so we might as well. Other than that, we have the King's Court to give allies Brash, which means opponents can't block the Brash units unless they have 3 or more health. This is also generating us a Prize Fight and making more units that survive also Brash. So we can kind of give Brash to Trist, and that's kind of interesting too. And there's just some more like top end stuff we can do. Especially giving Brash to something like Bandle Gunners is kind of insane. So yeah, those are the main differences between the Nasus version and the Bilge version. Nox has more direct damage with the Might and the Fervor, translating our damage to just lethals. Bilgewater has very cheeky ways to get extra impact via Prize Fight and also allows us to run some pings. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how the deck plays out. I'll be giving context of why I'm playing certain cards and hopefully it gives you a good feel on how to play the deck. Alright, for the example game we will be fighting deep. So this should be pretty tricky, however, we do have a lot of impact. Maybe we can just push through and see how much damage we can actually deal to deep, especially in the early game is going to be a bit hard. So let's keep Mare and maybe 1 Prize Fight. We also see Bandle Gunner, so that's really nice. I like keeping that because we're going to make Bandle Gunners nice and cheap over the course of the game, especially with Grandfather Fae on turn 2. So we have the best turn 2 into turn 3 that this deck has access to, which is play Grandfather Fae on 2, generate the Owlcat, play Mare on 3, and play the Owlcat for free, and that's really, really nice. So we're going to be going for that as soon as possible. Grandfather Fae comes down. He could get Heavy Metalled or Quietist, or even Soul Harvested, but honestly, as soon as he generates the Owlcat, he's kind of done his job. If we get the extra attack on the Owlcat, then that's just like an added bonus. But this hand is really nice. Let's go ahead and play Bandle City Mare. Then we can generate a weapon, Castaway, or Fae Folk. Let's go ahead and grab Castaway, right? We can also play Fire Earth for cheap. I think the free weapon later is actually really good. So we're going to play Hungry Owlcat this turn, and then we can play like Weapon, Gnar, Seedling, play all this out, and then have King's Court Bandle Gunners. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the Owlcat, I believe. While our Grandfather Fae is on the board. And we can swing, which is really nice. Probably get the Dreg Dredgers. Yep. Looks good. If we top deck one of our pings, that'll be really good for us to deal with this Jaw Hunters. Because, oh yeah, there's a ping right there. I just called it. Nice. So we have a group shot. There's not a lot they can do about it. That way we get to keep our Mayor alive and get this discount going, which is going to be super good. We can play our free Fireth. And then put Rake or Fishawhack. Let's do Rake. Rake is really good with Bandle Gunners, especially with Prize Fight. We can start getting like infinite impact off, you know? Gnar. I also want to put the Rake on Gnar and then have him Scout attack this turn. We can get like a lot of Prize Fight value off. Should probably play the Blast Cone Seedling out first while we have the discount, just in case something weird were to happen. So let's play Seedling with Impact, right? Because I don't really care if they play a unit and then also a blocker. The Sapling's going to come out, not really a big deal. Let's go ahead and play Blast Cone Seedling. Then we have Rake plus Group Shot plus Prize Fight for the turn. Soul Harvest, kill champion 3 or less power. Alright, let's do Prize Fight because I just think that's kind of worth. And we also Group Shot, so we want to do Group Shot first and then Prize Fight. It will resolve backwards, killing the Maokai, right? So Prize Fight first, we get a Pokey Stick, and then we finish off the Maokai as well. And then we have Rake and Gunners for the mid game, while also killing Maokai before getting any procs off, so this is really high value for us. Nice. Get that Pokey Stick. Our unit's dead. I'm pretty sure I should just swing while I have the board. And then we can float 2 mana. I'm assuming Undergrowth, maybe? No? Alright. I think they have Undergrowth in hand. They just didn't want to do it because it wouldn't heal them. They're just going to save it. Mayhaps a good play as well. Deadwood Wander. That's fine. Get that Teemo. Literally free with the Mayor discount, so that's really cool. Undergrowth. There's the Undergrowth. We could honestly Pokestick our own Teemo to deny, but doesn't really do much. Just to deny 2 HP, it can be kind of funny. We'll play out the Bandle Gunner. And we can also upcycle Rake. And then the Gunner is going to be really hard to deal with. Go ahead and do that. Pokey Stick for Jaw. I just realized we've been very annoying to their Jaw Hunters this game. Let's go ahead and commit that. We've been very, very, very annoying. And I think that's hilarious. Alright. So we could Scout attack. And then King's Court. And then Prize Fight the Bandle Gunners on the second attack. That sounds pretty hype. Let's go ahead and do that. Boom, boom. That is 9 damage. You gotta respect it. Chip our quarter. Yeah, we just won. We also get to do the Prize Fight combo. I'm only going to attack with Bandle Gunners. Don't surrender. Alright, watch this. Prize Fight. Boop, boop. I just want to show it. Because we win through exact lethal impact from the Prize Fight combo. So that's really awesome, right? Ah, boom. Double impact, baby. Look at that. That's how you do it right there. Now we're getting into the truly wacky with this next deck, and that is Nasus Vaults of Helya. With a win rate of 54.7%, but a play rate of just shy of 1%, it's really strong, but not a lot of people are playing it yet. Its best matchups include Galio Udyr, Sundisk, Diana Aurelion Sol, and also Heimer Nora. The bad matchups are Samira Aggro, and also variations of Karma Set. So this deck actually did see a good amount of play pre-rotation with Zilean. It took a little bit, like about a month and a half after rotation, for people to figure out that Nasus and vaults are still in the game, and there are still ways to vault climb, so that's really interesting. I do believe that the recent Nasus buff is what has actually spurred people to try this again. So the main concept of the deck is to play out Vaults of Helia. This says, round start if you can, kill your most expensive ally to summon an ally from your deck that costs 1 more. It's a very unique effect. This is the only thing in Legends or Runeterra that's remotely like this, and a lot of players have a lot of enjoyment playing Vaults of Helia. So essentially, you are doing something called mana climbing. Round start, you kill a 1-drop, and then you summon a 2. Next round start, that will die and summon a 3, and that continues to go forward. This gives players a really interesting deck building requirement to play units for each mana cost. And admittedly, there is a lot of creativity with these decks, and it's really cool to play out. So we have Ancient Preparation as a 1-drop. We want to predict as much as possible because we need to see vaults and we need to play it on turn 4. Ideally after also developing Rockbear Shepherd on 3. So we have Bakai to also do that. That way we have a couple 1s. We have some removal, just so we can slow down the opponent with the Quietus, Hate Spike, Soul Harvest, really nice. Ceaseless Sentry, because that's a really good 2-drop, also draws us a card, makes the deck a little bit more consistent, and also gives us a climb target from 1 mana to 2 mana. Then he can climb up to Rockbear Shepherd, which is really nice. We want to play Rockbear Shepherd to get this hibernating Rockbear out. Rockbear is a really, really cool way to cheat the climbing, allowing us to get to a 5-drop faster than we're supposed to. So basically, Rockbear Shepherd creates a hibernating Rockbear. On countdown, you summon a 5-mana Rockbear. Now Rockbear is going to climb up into Nasus directly because Nasus is a 6-drop. And then when Nasus dies, it's going to climb into Rekindler, which resummons the Nasus on summon. And then Rekindler dies and gives you a Decenata, which is like a win con. So it's really cool. Something else that's going on behind the scenes is every time you slay something with your own vault, you're also ramping up Nasus's attack, right? Because he gains +1/+1 for each unit you've slain. Vaults is slaying your units every time that it mana climbs, on top of the fact that we also have a bunch of removal in the deck, so we're slaying the opponent's stuff, and also Vaults are slaying our own stuff, and that causes Nasus to just be a really big boy in the mid and late game. I think one of the main problems of the deck is that it has some consistency issues. However, as players get better at building it and playing it, those issues are going to dissipate, and this deck is actually going to be like a pretty solid climbing choice. And that's it for the deck rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how it plays out. Ain't no way we running back a deep game. So yeah, we are fighting deep for the example game. Now, go easy on me. This is my first time actually playing Nasus Vault. I understand the concept, just based on like fighting the deck, but I don't really know how to pilot it to its best yet. I do believe this is a full mulligan. We could keep the Ceaseless Sentry and it's like pretty okay into deep, but I do want to see Vaults of Helia and or Rockbear Shepherd as soon as possible, because those are just like the really important cards to start the climb. Bakai, let's go ahead and predict. We have a couple predict turns, which is really nice. Grab the Shepherd. Shepherd on 3 into Vaults on 4 is probably the best you can do with this deck, right? And then play out cards, and then that counts down the Rockbear, and then Rockbear's going to climb into the Nasus. That's what we want. So we're going to go ahead and play this Bakai and hopefully see Vaults. We also have some defensive tools in case we can't get there like on the, premium turns. We can just Vengeance Nautilus later. And that pretty much buys us a turn, and that's really cool. But we did get the Vault. Huge. Alright, so the predict definitely helps a lot. I'm going to open attack while I have the board. And then play Rockbear Shepherd, and then play Vaults, and then I guess we'll just see what happens in the next couple draws. See Scarab, yeah. Shepherd go. See Scarab, yep. Alright, so double Sea Scarab means they're going to go turbo deep when they start tossing cards. We do have Rad Negation, that's cool. Abyssal Eye. I don't have any mana to do anything, nor would I do anything other than just Vaults on 4 anyways. So round start, Shepherd's gonna die and put out Camavorin. I think that's correct. We can double block. Just prevent some damage. I don't think I want the Bakais anyways. Alright, Shepherd. So we're gonna climb up to a 4-drop, which is Camavorin. That is cool. Hate Spike. I think we could just open this. The only thing that can block me is the Abyssal Eye, because we have Fearsome. They're nowhere near deep yet, so they're not going to like triple jettison and then have Sea Scarabs go deep on me. Probably gonna Rad Negation this. or we can Vengeance the Abyssal Eye, mainly because we just want our Camavoran to stay full HP. That way we can climb that into Rampaging Bakai, and then that can go into Nasus. So how do I want to do this? Riot Negation and Mana Gem seems kinda suck. I don't like that very much. I could just Vengeance and then not have one for Nautilus. That seems even worse. Either way, we're getting a 5-drop, 6-drop. Because, like, I know that I'm getting a Rock Bear round start regardless, and then next turn I'm gonna climb, but I kind of want the Rampaging Bakai too, don't I? Maybe it's not worth. This is an interesting predicament. Let's try Negation, destroy a Mana Gem. I think we'll be okay. We don't really need the Mana Gems because we're not playing most of our stuff from our hand. We're playing directly from deck. As long as we float mana and have Vengeance for Nautilus, I think that's all I care about. So around start, we're going to get a 5-drop, which is our Rampaging Bakai. Oh no, I see how this works. Yo, we got the Nasus immediately because of the Rock Bear. Oh, because the countdown happens and then the vault happens. It's left to right. Look at that. Okay, well that is neat. That means I could have sacked the Camavoran if I wanted to. But now we just have him. And that's pretty chill as well. I guess there's nothing wrong with just having him. Let's go ahead and do this. Kill Jaw or one of the Scarabs. I don't think it matters too much. Let's just kill the Jaw. Don't want you grabbing my stuff. And then we'll have Big Nasus. And then Nasus is going to climb into Rekindler. And then I can also play Rekindler soon. Ooh, that is pretty neat. Yeah, I definitely would not have played the Riot Negation this game had I known how this was going to play out. Big Nasus. Very big. Hold Hate Spike mana. Salvage. Alright, so this is about to be really cool, and I think they might have to surrender. We'll see, though. So Vaults hits the Nasus, summons Rekindler, which resummons my Nasus, and then we can swing, Fearsome, Fearsome. I guess it doesn't really matter. We could do like this. Nasus on the far right, so he gains even more stats during the combat, and then swings. Jettison to make them go deep. I figured they had Jettison. It's 2 Fearsome blockers. Yeah, Nasus is permanently in our grave, so we can play Rekindler from hand next turn. And then we can have another Nasus. Yeah, we're just incredibly far ahead, aren't we? Wow. We're also getting a free Descent Auto from Rekindler. Vault climbing. This is actually insane. I may have high rolled though, I don't know. This feels pretty wild. And if I didn't Riot Negation, I could have been on double Nasus this turn. Instead of a Camavoran. Which, you know, he's putting in work. He's a cheerleader. We always Vengeance Nautilus on summon. That's what we've been holding Vengeance for like the entire game. So let's go ahead and do that. Wow. This is neat. This is very fun, actually. End round, yep. Vaults will kill my Rekindler. There's a free Descent Auto. Deal 2 to everything. Another Nautilus off the top here. Let's just smack everything down, right? The darkness. Yeah, normally this would be a win con because the opponent just surrenders because we clear most of their board. I mean, in this game, Descent Auto is not the most insane thing, but still pretty decent. Rekindler. There we go. We're on double Nasus, which is a little unreal. Like, how did they plan on getting over double Nasus with deep? Seems kind of tricky. Yeah, they have a bunch of blockers and stuff, but we're about to kill second Nautilus. They're still tossing. They are still tossing stuff. Another Nasus. I guess we're just killing that Nautilus then. Get rid of the discount. That's also second Nautilus immediately dealt with. And we're just going to be massive in general. Yeah, these are really big. Really big Nasus. Maokai. Deleting my deck strategy, alright. I respect it. That's a good strat.
The rot must be cut away.
My turn.
This too shall end.
Yep. However, we can just swing with everything and then not use Lisa Sentry ever. We never want to do that. Yep. Take the fearsome tax. You have to kill those. Maokai's not blocking? I guess he doesn't have to. Alright, looks good. Yeah, we'll ship it out. Yep. Toss out everything that you have, and it's just gonna be Maokai and Nautilus, which I don't think is enough to stall. Devourer. Eating my Rekindler. Well, that's just kind of cap, isn't it? I do believe that's okay. I don't really have to do anything. I mean, I could hate Spike, but like at what cost, right? Doesn't really do much. Num num. I want to Chemovorin, but I don't really have a target now for it. I think we're just chilling.
Give them room to spread their leaves.
Another Rekindler, so that's triple Nasus, which is pretty real.
Return to us.
I'll just go ahead and do that then. And each of the Nasuses are like lowering their things by 1 each, so that's really funny. Now there's only one fearsome blocker. Let's do a hate spike just to not have my thing obliterated, I guess. Does that matter? Not really. I guess I could eat the husk with Chemovorin, and that's kind of cool for a drain, but not sure how relevant that's about to be. With my triple Nasus developed, I actually have Cerberus over here. Heal up, alright. Yeah, how are you gonna deal with Cerberus, though? Because I'm just gonna open attack. You have 2 fearsome blockers. Saplings do nothing. I have Rive Negation now, too, so that's also pretty cool. It doesn't matter how I do this. Look at this. I'm just attacking with Cerberus for the style. GG. And the last deck I have for you is Discard Aggro with a new coat of paint. Jinx Samira. With a win rate of 54.3% and a play rate of 0.87%, it is also vastly underplayed, but it has been popping up more recently, and the win rate is pretty scary. Its best matchups include Jax Ornn, Samira Misfortune, Brawls, and also Shyvana. The worst matchups are Sunburn, Varus Samira, Teemo Kate, and Karma Set. So for anyone who was in love with the Draven Jinx discard aggro that has been popular in the past, this is basically the same thing. However, we took out Draven because he's been rotated and put in Samira. This deck has some of the classics that you know and love, like Vision Burst Speed Damage, like Sump Dredger, Rummage, Jinx Level, Flame Chompers, but it also has some cool new stuff like Crimson Pigeon to replace Poro Cannon and stuff like that, because we're not playing elusives and going wide. You know, with Battlecaster, we're playing Pigeon, we have Forge Chief for mana refill, we have Crave Physician to keep the deck nice and consistent, and that's really cool. It's actually just straight up Jinx Draven discard aggro, but with Samira instead of Draven. She's really cool because you can do Flare, and that gives Challenger to Jinx. Quick Attack and Challenger is always a good combo, that's why Samira is kind of strong anyways. Putting it on Jinx makes her trade up over things really easily, especially if you are on All Out as well, you're on damage with Mystic Shot. Jinx just becomes an absolute beast of a unit. You can level the Samira really easily with this deck because everything is super cheap. Look at the mana curve. And then you can also attack multiple times a turn, discard your hand, get your hand back with Jinx level, spam rockets, and it's actually just a good old time. We have discard and discard synergy as well, Jury Rig, Reborn Grenadier, Urchin, Chomper, you know, the Grave Physician like I mentioned, all kinds of cool stuff. So if you've enjoyed playing discard aggro in the past, definitely give this deck a shot. And that's it for the quick rundown. Now here's a live commentary game so you can see how it plays out. And for the example game, we have Kate Timo Traps, where flash bombs are actually pretty good into us. I'd say puff caps are too if they load us up because we have a lot of draw. You know, Jinx draws us around start, so we're gonna see more puff caps and flash bombs than normal, so that's a bit scary. However, we are on Jury, Chomper, and Vision opening. I'd like to keep Chomper and Samira, get rid of the other two, and try to find some combination of discard activators, like our Zonai Urchin and stuff like that would be really nice. And our Sum Dredger, also a good card. And we can just honestly float one and not feel too bad about it. I bet Samira's just gonna get like shot immediately, so let's not play her right away. Let's do Zonai Urchin into, I think Jury Rig would be pretty nice here. Just get some attack pressure out. Rummage. Alright, so we're gonna try to get to Jinx as soon as possible. Poison Dart, yep. This deck has a lot of removal. 1 damage pings, 2 damage pings, all kinds of stuff. So let's go ahead and take our 1 damage, go next turn. Sump Dredger the Chomper, float 2. Pigeon. Otterpuss, alright. Sump Dredger, Chomper. Yeah, this deck kind of needs to high roll in a sense. It needs to see its champions as soon as possible. Them using Investigator definitely helps with that, so I'm pretty happy about that. Thank you. If they prank something, I'll probably just end up discarding it, to be honest. Experimenter. Alright, let's do Forge Tea first.
Let's get to work.
And then Pigeon, and then Samira. We're going to hide Samira for last possible action, so hopefully they Mystic Shot or Tilt over Peacemaker, something else along the way. Yep, let's get Pigeon out here. I'm assuming removal for the Pigeon. No? Alright. Well then, wow. It's kind of tricky. I want to play Samira anyways. I want to play the Samira anyways then. So let's go ahead and do Pigeon. We could probably hit the Chomper, since we're going to use the Chomper to grab a high HP thing anyways. Swing, 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 swing. Flare, Challenger this. Grab that. And then this is a pretty nice attack for us, all things considered. Get to use Chomper as just a suck target for Pigeon. Get the mana back, go that. Yeah, if I was able to play Samira first, by the way, in that sequence, I mean, she'd be pretty close to leveling right now. But I wanted to make sure she got out. I think we can safely play the Jinx. Next turn, we can honestly just experiment there. Because our hand is kind of full. We could do Rummage Plays instead, but we'll see. Let's go ahead and block 4-3-4-4. And then also chump block 3-5-1-1. Seems pretty good to me. Timmy can level with a double Mushroom Cloud now. Yeah, let's pass. Crank. Hey, don't hit my flare though. That's kind of weird of you to do. Don't do it. Okay, you hit my flare. Pigeon. So like, I could do Pigeon. Rummage. It never gets me though. Let's just level the Jinx, right? We don't need to be too dizzy. Just shoot the Teemo, level the Jinx. We're not using my flare. Nah. Shoot the Timmy. Yeah, once this resolves, we get a rocket. Don't need to do anything else. You know what would have been better though? Oh, shooting Justice Rider and then using rocket to kill Timmy. Except they would level him. Never mind. Not better. I foregore. Ow. Yeah, never mind. They would have leveled Teemo, so targeting him is better. I'm pretty sure we just swing and then do Super Mega Death Rocket after, right?
No problem.
Because I don't want to give them another blocker by playing Super Mega Death Rocket first.
Watch the crow.
Yeah, we have them dying here pretty soon. So they have to respect. Bunch of mushrooms. And then make me draw. Yep, I knew it was going to be insider knowledge. That's going to put more flash bombs in too. It's a bit scary actually. Mystic. Flash bomb. Puff cap. 3 flash bombs. Ow. Well, that wasn't the best outcome for me. Not a terrible one though.
Bye-bye.
I think re-emptying this hand is going to be impossible. However, I think we can Samira level pretty soon. Okay. Stop. That's what I was talking about with the puff caps and the flash bombs.
Practice, as they say, makes perfect.
Caitlyn, huh? It's a Caitlyn. It is indeed a Caitlyn. How many flash bombs I got in there? Just 1? He's hitting me for 2? I mean, I could shoot my own unit with a Mystic Shot and prevent it. All things considered. Maybe a Grenadier is probably just the best one for this.
One step ahead.
I'm down with just taking 2. If they do Insider Knowledge, then I would shoot my own unit, maybe. Do Physician Chomper.
So 10 stitches to awaken the blood within.
Get excited, Mystic Shot.
Officer J.S. Hawklaw, Unit 6.
Stop. No, my Samira, I wanted to level her. Both of the things shot her. Oh, that's so sad, actually. Sure. That. Do that. There you go. And then we have Mystic Shot lethal. I'm mathing it out, don't worry. Yep.
Everyone goes boom.
Yep. We're all good. I don't even have to commit combat and die to a Miracle Caitlyn play. I'm just gonna shoot their face. Got him. Formula. Yep. Draw some cards. That'll get you out of this. Inside. Oh wait, actually, no, I'm not dead. Probably. It'd be crazy if I was. Okay, 3. That's kind of close. All right. Nah, not even close, baby. Okay, so I know I said that the last meta report was kind of crazy, but this week's decks are actually unreal. I know a lot of players have been craving some Nasus and discard stuff, so I hope I was able to satisfy your cravings and give you a new deck to try. We'll see how the meta shakes out in this upcoming week, and I'll have another 3 decks to cover next Monday. This has been Meta Report. Thank you so much for watching and have a good one. Laters!